a cancer-themed virtual reality game. Today we're talking about MalignancyVR, a game that I helped co-create for Oculus Quest. Hey, Dr. Ken Dutton-Regester here, and for those that know me, they would know that I've been researching cancer for over 10 years. And if you haven't seen any of the channel, you'll also know that I'm very passionate about science communication. And during those 10 years, I've been communicating and talking to a lot of people about cancer in different formats. Now, I've been taking it to the next level over the last couple of years, helping create a cancer biology themed escape room. And if you want to find out more about that project, check this link up here. But more recently, I've been working on a virtual reality game. And I'm really excited to announce that with the help of National Science Week and the Australian government, we're going to be launching this for National Science Week, allowing anyone who has the Oculus Quest headset to be able to play it, which I think is really exciting. But I thought today I would just show you a couple of clips that I've taken from a couple of videos that explain the game in a little bit more context to give you a feel as to how and why the game was created, as well as if you wanted to understand more about it. So we'll be back in another couple of weeks to talk more about career advice to achieve your career goals, whether that's inside or outside of academia. So let's get into it, and hopefully you can join me on my quest to cure and prevent cancer. Let's get into it. As a cancer researcher of over 10 years, I could tell you that a number of people really struggle to fundamentally understand what cancer is. And this isn't surprising because cancer is incredibly complex. Furthermore, cancer doesn't tend to be on the radar of younger generations. And this is because statistically speaking, cancer predominantly occurs when you hit the age of 50 or above. So what is the best way to teach people about cancer? And more importantly, is there new technology that we could be using to really emphasize the importance of trying to reduce your risk of cancer over a lifetime? And this is something that a lot of cancer researchers have been thinking about, and a good colleague of mine, Dr. Elke Hacker from the Queensland University of Technology, really wanted to explore whether virtual reality could be the answer. Now, virtual reality can be incredibly immersive, and it's this experience that we believe might be the key effect to change people's behavior or perceptions or relationship to cancer and cancer prevention. So to explore this idea, we partnered up with Real Serious Games, a virtual reality creative studio based here in Brisbane, Australia. Now, it was such a fun experience to be able to have such a dynamic, diverse team to create a virtual reality game. And so how does a game like this get created? So a game like this first comes together by bringing all those different partners and researchers and creatives together in a room to talk about the key concepts we wanted to explain. And for MalignancyVR, we wanted this as a sort of first step to show some of the challenges with modern day cancer treatments and how not all the time can they be successful. And this really is the first step to reinforce or demonstrate at a later time when we build out a larger experience that cancer prevention is more important possibly than a cure. So after we decided we wanted to talk about different cancer therapies, we began talking about the different game mechanics. And this is where we came up with the different treatment guns, focusing on chemotherapy, targeted therapy, and immunotherapy. So after we nailed the concept, we handed it over to Real Serious Games to do the hard work of creating the game. And once they did this, we then moved on to beta phase testing. So this is where we ask members of the community to come in to try and play the game, to give us feedback on what they thought about it. Now, things that we're looking for here is, does the game play the way it should do? Is there any errors? Are there any things that might be confusing people? What do people think of the sounds and the look of the game? Now, through these user sessions, we began to get that detailed feedback to then go into the second phase of development of the experience. And here, one of the key feedbacks was trying to change the sound of the cancer cell, making him sound a little bit more dark and a little bit more mysterious, more in line with how sort of people begin to think of what cancer is. From there, we also designed or finalized some of the final graphics, making sure it was in view before the final game was complete. Our plans for MalignancyVR is to expand it into a multi-level game. And we're going to be doing this in conjunction with members of the community. So if this sounds of something of interest to you, head over to MalignancyVR.com and sign up to be in touch. Furthermore, we want to take that game and then test it in a randomized clinical trial to robustly assess if virtual reality is an effective way to teach people about cancer, and more importantly, can it change or influence people's behavior and reduce their risk of cancer over a lifetime.